The plague came and took the king. The queen built the tower and locked herself away, safe from the horrors below. However, the wind carried the plague to her, and everyone in the area could hear her screaming when she started to rot. Since the plague destroyed the town, the forest regrew around the tower. While the huntsman feeds some tiny spiders to one of their horses, Jake can't help feeling a sense of dread, and freaks out when he notices a tree moving on its own. The party finds themselves surrounded by bugs and crows, so Angelica decides it's time for them to leave. Will is confused by the direction she takes since it isn't the one they came from, but Angelica reminds him they shouldn't trust the trees. Then she picks up a toad and licks her, saying this is the kiss for Grandma Toad, so they'll be guided through the forest. Following the toad's directions, they safely make it back to their horses, and Jake notices his own is acting weird. When they return to town, Angelica tells the brothers she won't go to the forest with them again. Her father had been taken by wolves, and shortly after, her sisters were the first kids to disappear, which is why everyone calls her cursed. Will insults her and an argument ensues, which ends with Angelica deciding she'll do her own searching. After night falls, Jake's horse begins whining loudly in the stables. A little girl hears this and thinks she can make out a voice asking for help too, so she goes to check on the horse, commenting on what big eyes and big mouth it has. She's suddenly surprised when she notices the horse's mouth is filled with spider web, and the animal opens it wide enough to swallow her whole. The Grimms hear the kid screaming and come looking for her, only to freak out when they find the hose with a huge belly and the girl stuck in its throat. As the horse runs into the forest, the brothers begin arguing about how such a trick could be pulled off, but drop the subject when they see Angelica pass by. The whole party decides to follow her into the woods to save the girl, but the trees begin moving to stop them and even kill a few of Cavaldy's men. Angelica manages to free herself from the branches and finds a wolf, who she starts pursuing to avenge her father. However, when he comes closer, he doesn't attack because he seems to recognize her, and Angelica thinks she can see intelligence in his eyes before he runs away. The party runs back to town, and Jake is starting to believe in magic now. Will insists it's a trick, and Cavaldy agrees.